Hello and welcome once again to another episode of Third Action. I am your lovely host, Jason, and these are the same three werewolves that were here last week. In the bottom left, we've got Asher Ford, Human Ranger, played by Charlotte.
Hi.
In the bottom middle, we have Greshy, Ironroot, Dwarven Druid, played by Will.
He.
And in the bottom right, we have Gunn, Shough, Human Redeemer, Champion, whatever of Erastil, played by Adam.
Hello. Somebody's getting to the spirit of it.
Good. Did I get that? Omens have happened in city songs. Okay, cool. Yeah, let's jump right in. Last time, there we go. Last time on Third Action, our group of intrepid adventurers made their way north. You did some hiking. Asher did a lot of reading of his dark tomes, attempting to learn a language long lost to the normal man, human kind. He's trying to learn Thessalonian. Gunn has been practicing his falling and or his flying. That's been working out pretty well. Yeah, you can fly on rock now, pretty stably. We traded away all of the horses. All of the horses are dead or gone.
No. None of the horses are dead.
That's why I said or gone.
Well,
I can't confirm or deny.
You know, it's kind of unclear about Cimarron now that we think about it. I don't know what happens if you sell a horse to a town of werewolves.
And what did I leave out? Oh, Greshy, of course. Greshy has become best friends, skipping through the fields with good old Gargan, his best bud, the stone giant that they are forcing to take them to Yorkenfist.
He is our best friend because we made him our best friend, or else.
Yes. Not quite actual best friend, but he certainly respects you enough to... and he's very amused by your situation, that he doesn't mind helping out Greshy in particular. Yeah, enough of the spooky music. So I think we ended the last session at the end of the day, so I probably should have changed the date over. We were on Oath Day, Neth the 21st, so this should be Fire Day. Fire Day. There we go. Fire Day, Neth the 22nd.
Fear dot.
The weather continues to get colder and colder. Not unseasonably so. It's just normal cold this time, not magically controlled weathered coldness.
You have to specify now.
Yes, I kind of do. Cool. So we are back on the world map. So you guys just left the town of Wolfseer and ended your night to the sounds of howling in the distance. Asher did some howling back, I believe.
Yeah.
And you made for camp, or made a camp and camped in your hut, your cool magic hut.
Yeah, this magic kit has been very nice. Super convenient.
All right. I've swapped up the icon. The position that the party is in is at the bottom of the icon.
Okay.
Works
It's like a little map pointer. So you guys are there. It is a new day. Morning comes. The leaves on the trees are, they have been brown and falling for some time. You made your camp amidst just a small clump of trees as you're approaching another set of farmland the next day. So this day will be passing through a lot of farmland. What would you guys like to do?
Continue?
We should honestly turn around.
Go back?
Go back. I want to hang out, but I think we have stuff to do.
Those Wolfseer people were quite nice, though. We could go back and say hello and spend the night.
I like it.
Spend enough time there, maybe we'll get to hang out and just join them.
Yeah, there you go. And we can live there and be happy, and everyone will be happy.
Nothing bad will happen ever.
Nothing bad.
No, I suppose do morning preparations and set off.
Okay. So the Storval Stairs is your current goal. You're trying to go beyond the Storval Stairs, but just some quick background information for this region. Up here is to the northeast is the Storval Plateau, which is where he says, Gargan says that the Jorgenfist lies somewhere in this region. To get up there, you'd have to basically pass these this kind of sheer cliffside that runs for several hundred miles. No, it's about 100 miles. It's 100 miles of cliffside. In most of the spots, it's like thousands and thousands of feet up, straight up. But the Storval Stairs in particular is a one of the sort of not popular, a well-known regional monument. It is at the lowest point in the cliffside, and is the easiest to traverse. It is actually a real set of stairs that someone a long time ago built into the cliffside. Much like the other monuments around Varizia, its original creation is largely unknown, but people are aware of it as like the easiest way to get up to the plateau. Not that many people tend to go up there because that is basically giant country. Yeah. So, are you guys trying to go closer towards Ravenmoor? So, as you guys go north, you'll be passing by Ravenmoor as you go along the Lampblack River towards the Storval Stairs. Do you want to go towards Ravenmoor, or are you trying to just do a straight shot directly to the Storval Stairs?
Do we need anything from Ravenmoor?
I can't think of what we might need from a town full of were-ravens. So
I was going to say off the top of my head, I don't see any reason to stop. So. might as
Yeah, I
well
have
just
no.
keep
I
going.
would say the only reason would be shopping, and I have no money, so I'm good on just like going through.
Okay, so the party, consulting their maps, decides to make a more direct path straight for the Storval Stairs. Let's get a... So what are you guys doing while traveling? I assume someone needs to be leading the party. Is anyone else doing anything special? Is anyone scouting? Is anyone... Or are you just hiking along? Flying along? What have you?
Yeah, I was
No.
just gonna do my survival checks to lead and find shortcuts.
I was going to say, I don't think there's much I'd want to do because anything would slow us down.
Okay.
And we are still trying to make good time, so
Alright, so basically just straight shot.
if we can manage.
Alright, give me those survival checks then. Greshy can do the assist, and then Asher can do the
Sure.
primary.
Give it a roll, see what happens.
Oh,
Nat 20 for a total of
thank you,
38.
Greshy.
Alright. Pretty good. That's a, what are you? You're trained in that?
I am.
So just a
I-
+2.
Cool.
Alright, and here I go. Ah, a 21.
Okay. I mean, it
Not
happens
the
sometimes
worst.
for a total of
Whoops.
23. Okay. And I
this
totally
is
wrote
where
this
the
down
assist
last time.
system turns out weird results sometimes.
Well, I mean, only one person can.
Be in charge.
Yeah.
Greshy's
Something
good at
this,
giving
otherwise you get
advice,
too many
but-
cooks. Sorry, I've misorganized my papers.
Oh
One
no.
moment, please. I think these are mostly things I don't need anymore. Ah, there we go. Perfect. The one sheet was in a different book. Cool. So you guys move looks like still 28 miles per day
Yep.
because of reasons. Okay. So 28 miles would put you guys.
Mostly because the giant slows us down a bit.
There.
At this point, yeah, a little bit.
Work that.
I'm going to
Okay.
spend my travel day doing a little bit of scouting. If we can be flying, gliding ahead a little bit and then back.
Sure. Yeah.
'Cause we're a little bit faster.
And you have
then
you have message, right?
I do have. Yep.
I don't
can't
know if
really
you have it
change my-
prepared every day, but
Yeah, well, there's 2 cantrips I can change out and 2 that I can't. So I'm generally taking light and message unless I say otherwise.
so yeah, usually you don't even need to fly all the way back. You can kind of fly overhead and message down to Greshy or Asher, and they can respond back up to you. Okay. So
I think we'll also try doing some practice attacking, like diving and swinging a sword.
Okay. It's a little hard to get in that sort of practice while you're actively traveling
Okay,
and
that's true.
scouting.
That's true. We'll do that tonight.
Yeah.
Good call.
But you are able to at least test out your basic flying and still keep an eye out.
I just forgot that we're doing afternoon
Yeah, that's fine.
or evening sessions. That's what I forgot.
I need perception checks then, or perception check from Gunn then specifically.
Okay. Let's get that. A 33.
Okay. As you're gliding up above the farmlands, the rest of the group is kind of trudging through fields. I guess Greshy on Phelan back, Asher just fast walking, speed walking, and the giant just taking large strides in the back. Gunn, as you fly overhead, you spot well, first you hear a sound, a loud very disgruntled and you hear a couple more as you like turn to look and you see in one of the fields, in like a fenced off enclosure, there's a pair of ogres who are currently lifting up some livestock, some cows, and beginning to. Well, they're currently sizing up the cows.
Are they like doing weightlifting with the cows? Just using them?
Yeah, they can pretty
That's
easily like heft them up.
Just
the cows are kind of
bicep curls with a cow.
backing away while the ogres are. One of them like smacks one with a club to knock it out. The other just kind of lifts one up and tests the weight and puts it down and picks up a slightly bigger cow.
How far behind is the rest of the group?
Not terribly. They're within like a few hundred feet of you.
A few hundred feet. So I could send a message right away.
Yeah.
I will do so. I'll say, ogres ahead stealing cows. What should we do?
I feel like they're not stealing people. So maybe go around. Unless Greshy has an issue.
I don't know that I'm happy about them just killing cows unnecessarily. But the anathema is that I do not do harm to animals.
Or through an action allow harm to come to an animal.
Wait, does that mean like I wouldn't?
I don't think we have the 3 laws.
So would that mean
Committing
like I
wanton
wouldn't be able to
cruelty
hunt
animals or killing animals unnecessarily? That
They
is
might just
not
be hungry.
allowing them a question of allowing them to come to harm on. And for that matter, I can even kill animals for food as long as they do it cleanly.
They might be able to lead us back to the
They're much more forgiving in this
I'll
one.
send a message one more time. They might be able to lead us back to their group, and they might be able to lead us to the human prisoners.
Well, then what are we gonna do with this guy? The
I mean, how many
ogre,
more giants
or
do
the
we
giant
want
that's
to
with
take?
us?
Well,
Well, not so just take, but if we go and
wanting to
start
stop
a
them?
hullabaloo. I don't know.
Is it just the two, or are there more? I should be able to respond to the message.
If he sends a message to you, yeah, you could respond back. Yeah.
Mhm.
I'll allow you guys to just basically talk this out because you have infinite messages.
Sure.
We don't necessarily have
just the
infinite
two?
time, though. Have they seen me? Up there
No,
circling?
they currently have not seen you. I guess give me what's your stealth? What's Rock's stealth? Have Rock roll a stealth check. Actually,
Rock is a stealth expert, my friend.
As, birds are.
So he has a 26.
26. No, they haven't seemed to notice you flying up there.
Okay.
You're pretty high up, and Rock isn't making any obvious noises, and he's not flying too close. But you can see them. They seem to be loudly arguing. One of them starts to make his way over to the farmhouse nearby, while the other is still picking at the cows.
If they go for the farmhouse, I'm going to have to attack or defend the people. But otherwise, I would say that we should just watch them and follow them.
Okay, what do we do about the one that's with us?
I'm going to have to trust, and I'll talk to him, that he'll stay out of it. Not ask him
Yeah.
to fight the other giants, but
That's my issue.
I
'Cause
also
that's like
think...
if someone took us and went to fight a bunch of humans. And it's like,
well, if he
oh,
wants to die alongside of them, he can, but I
But it's
got
also
the impression he wants to
one
live.
one more
He might not
possible.
mind if they're ogres,
Maybe.
but
Were they ogres or giants?
They're
ogres.
Oh,
They are ogres. Okay. Then I think it'll be fine. And
Oh,
we should
yeah.
probably not let them kill things.
I'll be like, we're taking a quick
I will
detour.
message back. I'm going to follow them out of sight unless they go after people.
Okay.
Did you tell us that they were one of them was heading towards the farmhouse?
No, not yet.
Okay, well then I don't know about that, so. Okay, well,
Okay.
just tell us quick,
Mhm.
because we're heading that direction. It's on our
Mhm.
way.
Well, so
yeah,
then
it's like
if we-
so you guys are marching pretty northeast. The farm, you guys are marching through a big field of wheat, and this field of wheat is like attached to this farm. So you're like a couple hundred feet away from where the enclosure would be. Still enough space that you could go around it, but so Gunn, what are you doing exactly?
if it's clear that he's going to the farm and I can't but imagine that the people are there, then I will dive down and attack.
Okay.
Otherwise, I will watch.
Okay, you watch as the giant makes his way over towards the farmhouse.
Ogre?
Sorry, ogre. That's a
Okay,
type of
just
giant.
Just a small
They're all-
giant. It's
They're all
fine.
giant.
I don't
kin.
know what anyone is.
Mhm.
Yeah, so this is a regular ogre, not a. Both of these ogres have green skin and black hair. The ogre makes his way over towards the farmhouse building. I guess give me a perception check.
Okay. Can do. I have a 28 on this one.
Okay. You can tell that as the ogre is approaching it kind of cautiously, and judging by how things look around the area, it looks like the farm is actually abandoned. There's tools just kind of left out in the yard. The front door, as you kind of glide around to the front side, towards the front side of the house, you can see the front door is just wide open. It looks like whoever was here possibly left in a hurry. The giant has approached the door and waits for a moment and then kicks it in. The back door, sorry. So the giant is going around through the back door.
Okay. I'll watch and see if anybody runs out the front door.
Okay. Yeah, you watch for a bit. No one runs out the front door. But a few moments later, the giant, not a few moments, like a minute or so later, the giant comes out of the back door again, hauling two full barrels of something, and making his way over towards the other giant, the other ogre in the field, who has now lifted up 2 cows under his arms.
All right, I'm gonna keep following them.
Okay.
And I'll keep a good altitude, and I'll message the group to follow Rock at a distance. We'll just circle above them.
Okay.
See where they're
watch them. Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
Are we following to the ogres or going around them?
I think the idea is we're following if they go someplace else to see where they go to.
Okay.
Okay.
So
Currently, they're making their
following Rock because Rock's going to follow them.
Sure. Yeah, you guys can, since you know to look up at Rock, you can watch him gliding around in the air. You see, Gunn, you watch them. They're walking towards the southwestern side of the cow enclosure, with the cows and the barrels in hand.
Okay. Thinking about it, about how many ogres or giants could eat off of 2 whole cows and 2 barrels? If a
society check, I guess.
Yeah. Not trained, but I'll make a guess. I have a 19 on that. 19.
You think that?
Whoops.
They're probably. I mean, they are big boys. You've seen the stone giant eat. He eats quite a lot. They could probably each eat a cow on their own.
Wow. Okay. All right.
They reach the south western fence, and both of them just kind of step over it, and go marching southward into the fields.
Okay. How far ahead can I see for where they're going?
You can see. I mean, they're walking through a wheat field. It's pretty big and open.
Are they headed for more farms?
I mean, there's definitely more farms in the area. It's hard to tell exactly where they're going. They're just going south through the fields.
Right.
They're not running or anything. They're just walking.
Let's pull back a little bit and ask the group. They're moving off with some cows and some supplies from an abandoned farm. Follow or resume?
I vote resume.
The only reason to follow them would be to put them down. Is that what we're doing?
I don't agree with that, unless they're actively hurting someone.
Well, they're going to kill the cows, but
That's not
I'm
someone I
hoping
eat
as
meat
long
all
as
the
they
time.
actually- I'm aware.
You've seen me, Greshy.
This is Greshy's judging face.
I can turn into a wolf. What do you expect? Oh, actually, wolves are omnivores. I'd probably turn into something. A shark eats meat all the time.
Well, your cat is going to be
Oh, yeah.
carnivorous, so
There you go. I can't help it.
it's just part of my nature when I turn into a
It
cat.
is.
If it's
And I get
Tied.
angry.
if it's tied, I will vote that we go after them. If Greshy is in favor of moving on, or if
Are we going after them to kill them, or did you want to follow them? Because I don't care to follow them. I care to put them down.
yes,
move on.
I
We
think
have
we
places
can
to be.
put them down and move on. I don't think they're meeting a larger group.
I don't agree with that. Asher doesn't agree with that.
So they are making their
you
way
can try
south.
and make a
If
convincing argument.
It would be a full detour.
yeah, it would be a detour.
Well, it depends how long it takes us to catch them. Probably not very long.
Not very long, but we should continue on.
All right.
If you're sure the farm was abandoned, then
Seems to be.
Okay. Pick.
All right.
pick a
Uh,
direction.
I will.
we're going northeast.
I will fly back toward the northeast, and the group can keep following me, like away from. I'll make sure and lead the group away from the ogres.
Okay.
Asher wins this round.
All right.
He would have
the-
just sat on the ground while you guys went off. Just
the
like, nope.
ogres go off on their merry way to enjoy whatever barrels they've taken and cows they've grabbed, and you continue to the northeast. Give me another perception. Oh, sorry. What do you want, Greshy?
I was going to say, if we can, once they've left, if we can detour to the farm, I want to open the cow gate. At least let the cows out.
Release the cows.
Sure. Yeah, you're like passing by the farm, so you could go
Just
over
to-
towards it and just open the gate.
So at least that
Whether
way
or not
we
the
can
cows
run
leave
someplace
is-
next time.
They just
Hmm.
blink.
Check
Yeah,
inside and make sure there's no signs of a struggle.
Oh, do you want to check out the house real quick?
Sure, I'll land
Okay.
and just walk through it.
Yeah, you land outside the farmhouse then, and take a look inside. It's clear that there was a struggle here. There is a bit of blood. There is now that you're much closer, you can see the trail of blood that leads out of the house itself.
Fresh?
Medicine check?
Sure. I got some.
It's not
training in
it's
that
not
now.
extremely fresh, but let's see what your
It's not like 5 minutes
investigative-
ago fresh.
Yeah, it's not 5 minutes ago fresh. 27. Okay. This looks like it's probably a couple days old.
Okay.
Whatever happened
Yeah.
here probably happened, a few nights ago, a few days ago. Something attacked the farmer and the farmer had to leave. Or died or something. You're not sure. The
Yeah,
whole
I
place
think
is
our
empty.
best
It
bet-
looks like it housed a family of maybe 6. But there's no sign of of any of the family members there. There are
think our best
some
bet is-
uprooted signs, fence posts. There's a big boulder that's dented one of the barns.
Hmm.
Yeah, no sign of the people.
Days ago, though. That means they're still days ahead of us. So we're not really gaining any ground on the.
Well, since
And
we're
the
going
others.
the speed of a giant and they're going the speed of a giant,
But we've gone in a very straight line.
Maybe they
we were
went in a
we were a day
straighter
behind when we
line.
left.
It's hard to go in a straighter line without passing through any towns. So. Yep. I still think our best bet is to get to the Storval stairs and try to catch them there.
Well,
if that's where
let's
they're
keep going.
going. If you want, I can try and look for footprints of anything passing through to see if there's a direction.
That's a good idea.
Yeah, I didn't think of that until now. Whoops. Yeah, I could start doing that. Start trying.
Sure. Give me a survival check, I guess.
Da, 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 da.
This is doing this from the farm.
Sure, since it's been a few days and it looks like they may have been attacked by that group, and I got a 33.
33. Okay. So you curious about where this group went or came from. You search for tracks in the area. You do find some very large footprints embedded in the mud, in the dirt, in the grass all around. Your estimate is probably a handful of stone giants came through here and went to the northwest.
Okay. I wonder if they went up. So is it northwest, kind of like the Iron Peaks way, or the Storval Stairs way, or the Hook Mountain way?
So northeast would be
Oh,
Stairs.
my bad, northwest.
Yeah,
So it'd be more
northwest.
Wrong
like into
way.
the Turwood.
I'd flip the map back over, reading it upside down.
Yes, somewhere in this direction. You could follow the
Okay.
tracks if you want, but it looks like they lead in this direction somewhere.
Well, I'll just say they lead up northwest as I flip
Uh,
my map back.
Towards the kind of crook in the Lamplack River.
Okay, I'm like, we can follow these prints, or we can just continue going up to where we think they might be. I think either's fine.
Do we expect that they have to climb the Storval Stairs? There's not,
yes, unless they're gonna
a
go
giant-
climb. Yeah, unless they're going to physically climb the sheer 1,000-foot-ish cliffside.
Yeah.
It's almost certainly easier for them to go up the Storval Stairs. And if you ask, if Greshy asks Gargan, he would say much the same. That no giant in their right mind would, I mean, maybe as an individual, but with such a large group, they'd have to be taking the stairs.
Good.
Elevators for them. They're too heavy.
It's every stair to the top.
If we
But like I said, they probably split up as soon as they left town. Who knows if they're even together anymore.
well, we know a point where they will converge though. So,
So we might as well keep going.
mhm.
Okay, so you guys just decide to ignore that path and keep going
Yes.
We
northeast.
plan to exterminate all of the giants and ogres along the way.
Okay. So you guys continue. As you do so, you end up following an old farmer's trade road. And towards evening time, you come across what's clearly a small caravan that has just been completely destroyed. It looks like it's 3 carts, each of them with a wagon behind them, carrying supplies, probably fresh produce, that sort of thing, and meats and cheeses and other, farm goods. Looks like they've been wrecked pretty badly. There's a lot of blood everywhere. Bodies nowhere to be seen. One of you finds an arm, or like a half of a human's arm, left behind. Looks like it's been gnawed out slightly. But the horses are gone. The carriage itself is just pretty badly destroyed. It looks like a bunch of stuff was just smashed and taken away.
If there's no survivors here, then I'd say keep going again.
Okay.
Okay. You guys keep moving until you, as a group, get tired enough and begin to make camp as night falls. What would you guys like to do for your evening?
I read some more to my rock.
All right, Asher's getting
But
another
not
night of reading
The
in.
bird rock. The other one.
I'll do some diving combat practice.
Okay, yeah. Gunn is practicing his dives up in the air above the campsite. Greshy?
So I would be talking to Gargoon again. But this time I just kind of want to ask him what he's going home to. If all of his clan, if all of his people are there at Jorgenfest. What exactly... I mean, he's of course going to be welcome to go wherever he'd like once we get there, but... Is there going to be anyone to welcome him back? Is he going to be on his own?
This one's gonna be a request. Give me a diplomacy check.
Okay.
Come on, Gresh.
This is going to get ended.
Aw.
That's more like it. I'm going to use my hero point to reroll because I don't like that.
Okay, you got a
Doesn't have to be
4, a natural
great, I just
4
don't
for
like a 14.
14.
Oh god, I saw the 20 and I was like,
That's I momentary excitement. 24, which is a bit
24.
more reasonable. It's still not great.
24. There it is. That's not really any of your concern, small one. There's others who didn't follow Mokmurian. I still have family back at home. I will tell them I enjoyed the raid and had fun. Brought honor to the giants. It will be a lie, but it will be safer than fighting you.
You'd rather not tell them the truth? That you were defeated by small ones?
And be disowned from my family.
But you'd lie to them instead.
He
Perhaps if you went
turns
back
away.
with a different reason, you really wouldn't be lying at all.
He doesn't
people who didn't-
follow. Or he doesn't. You continue to pry him on this. He doesn't really respond to it.
Okay.
He just continues to.
That's fair. Well,
He
we'll
gives you a bunch
continue
of
eating then.
kind of half answers. Okay. All right.
Simple that night.
Yep. Night ends. We were on Fire Day Net the 22nd. We are now on Star Day the 23rd. Why is it
Hey,
not letting
we're-
me edit this? There we
We're
go.
parity now.
Oh yeah, it's Star Day Net the 23rd in real life. Cool. Neato. All right. What do you guys do today? You wake up. It's another chilly, frosty morning. There's a little bit of frost on the dying grass this morning. Not snow, but just the dew is kind of frosted over a little bit.
I mean, doing more in preparations, of course. I will be swapping out one of the Phantom Steeds for Chain Lightning. And Freedom of Movement for Fireball Heightened.
All right.
How many of us could fly up with your?
I mean, you can ride Rock.
Mm-hmm.
I can get everybody else up there.
I can
Okay.
fly. I think I have little bird form, not big
When we-
bird form.
When we get to the stairs,
We don't have to take the stairs.
my suggestion would be that we quickly fly up to the top and then find a place to hide and try to catch as many groups coming back as we can. Catch them
Gargan,
at the
are
top
they-
of the stairs where they're already tired.
Are they regrouping at the bottom or the top of the stairs? Do you know?
You ask Gargan.
Aye.
He looks down at you, and in Yotun says, "Those who will make it there, perhaps they will wait a bit, but they will not. They are not going to fully regroup there. They'll regroup at Jorgenfist itself."
Okay, so catching them in groups might actually be viable then.
Those who wish
But I
to
don't
stay
think
and
we can
travel
keep
in
Gargan around.
numbers together will do so, but I imagine Terractinus will want to hurry back as quickly as possible.
Okay. So if we stay, though, we have to keep Gargan around. And that's not our deal.
Hmm.
But if we can catch them coming up the stairs, that would be easier to ambush them, especially if they're still in
Mhm.
smaller groups.
How many
So-
days beyond the stairs to Jorgenfist?
That's a good
I'll
question.
I'll ask that, and I'll look at Gargan for the answer.
Gargan thinks about what the answer is and consults his heavy tome.
Of memory.
How far is it?
His mind
Thinking
palace.
Think.
Goes all Sherlock Holmes on us.
Just sits there for a while.
Discombobulate.
Quiet.
Discombobulate.
Let's see, from here... Oh, of course, I probably have a map, don't I? That would make that easier.
Pazuzu.
If you pull out a map, someone unrolls a map and... Or he'll ask for a map, I guess. And if you would like to show him, he'll...
I assume Asher has it since he was holding it backwards the other day.
I don't even know what this map says. Got
as
wet
for
at
flying,
some point.
I can easily get all of us up there. I have enough spell slots now to do so. It's only 5 minutes of flight, but moving at for Asher that would equal his land speed. So that would be 40 feet. Be 120 feet per round of flight.
Yeah, you get there in a minute.
Shouldn't be too hard to get up there. And yeah, that's per 5 minutes
Mhm.
that we have a cast, and I can shrink Phelan down and carry him and then cast it on Gargan. And so we can spend 3 slots that way, or if Asher wants to transform into something, he can fly up that way too.
The
You've got
only
rock,
thing I
so-
can do, there's one downside. I can turn into a bird for an hour, but my fly speed is only 20 feet. Because it's a tiny bird. It's a pest.
I mean, you'd still get up there just fine. You just might be
Yeah.
a little bit behind us, but we're not really running from anything at that point, so it's...
So if I do that and then just spend 10 minutes doing nature, you don't have to use up a slot if you
I
don't
suppose
want
So
to.
with a big old giant finger, he's gonna point at this orange X that I marked at the map.
Oh, that's quite close.
That's not what I was
it's
thinking of either,
a-
but that's good.
Let's
it's
see,
a little
somewhere
bit-
all the way.
It's amidst the Iron Peak mountain range.
About
yeah.
one day.
Well,
Oh,
with mountains in the way to keep
The
it
mountains
nice.
are
Yeah,
difficult
fair enough.
terrain, but
Fair enough.
possibly greater
I'm
difficult
okay.
terrain.
Not with
Oh.
greater, but
Here come the omens.
Oh my
Thank
goodness.
you, old man JQ.
Oh no.
Yeah, so sorry, it took me a while to find the actual map that had Jorgenfist on it.
Mm.
But yeah, it's about once you pass the stairs, it's about 30 miles through. Half of that is mountainous terrain. to get
Probably
to where
a good
Jorgen
2-3
Fist
days
is.
just getting through the mountains.
Yeah.
I should
Okay.
just carry everybody.
I mean, I can do a couple flying steeds, but I couldn't get Gargan going with us too. But we'd be about as fast as you are on rock going.
Mm-hmm.
So, I mean, really, if we can take
well-
Gargan up to past the stairs, he can point us in the right direction. We can fly the rest of the way.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, am I? Oh, I'm in
Like
GM
Gargan go.
mode. I see.
I don't feel like we have to have him much farther past the stairs.
And for that matter, if we do it that way, we can scout out where we're going. We can release Gargan. As he's fulfilled his part of the deal, we would fulfill ours. Then we go back. Then we can start taking out groups as they come up.
Yeah, that's true. All right, that works for me.
All right, let's plan for that. In the meantime, we still got a ways to go to get to the damn stairs.
And we have to. Well, we don't have to climb the stairs. I almost said that we have to climb them, but we all fly.
We can get up them somehow. Not great with stairs, I'll be honest.
Okay, so you guys, I think this was still the start of the day, so you plan out your route, and then you're targeting another 28 miles, something like that. Why is it not showing up on this screen? Oh, right. Actually, fuck, do I want to log out and re-log in? I won't. That's okay. I think I logged in as the wrong user. I normally have like my
actions
third
at all.
action user. Yeah, whoops.
Great.
That's fine.
I
So
do
yeah,
my
something like that.
survival thing.
Yes, go ahead and roll survival.
Do you want assistance?
Sure, I'll take it.
Well, how bad can I do? Pretty bad. It's a 20 total.
20 total is not good enough today. To
Okay.
assist.
Is it a critical failure or just a failure?
Just a regular failure.
Okay, so I just don't do
To
any good.
me, you start shouting. Watch me
Asher's the map
fail.
upside down again?
Don't worry, I got a 34.
Much nicer.
Okay. Well, Asher on his own gets a critical success.
Sometimes it's better when Asher doesn't listen to Greshy, because even if he has good advice, it just messes
Oh,
with
see,
Asher's.
That's why he's holding the map upside down. They
Well,
were
you're trying to
arguing
figure out
about it.
you're trying to figure out like the best way to get through basically what's a bunch of farmland. And it's just rows and rows of cornfields and wheat fields.
Greshy can't see over the corn.
That's exactly it. Oh, hello,
Okay,
Kitty.
so today's route,
Yay.
you guys end up making some good progress. About, I guess not, yeah, kind of late in the evening. As you're passing, you make your way to an intersection. In the, yeah, you make your way to what's basically just a village road intersection, and you see a small, just basically just one cart and a horse, and a younger man driving it. He's kind of passing at the intersection before you all arrive. He turns and looks and sees the giant and yeah, and yaws his horse, and the horse goes galloping off. He does not want to mess with this giant. But you continue on, and eventually make camp again that night. Oh, sorry, I guess you critically succeed, so you get a little bit further. Okay, you guys
Every
are
little bit
past Ravenmoor at this point, but continuing to make your way toward the Storwell Stairs. You've got a good day and a half, 2 days probably, depends. Yeah, it looks like 2 days to get to the stairs. Anybody doing anything different? Asher, I presume, is reading.
Yay. More reading.
Should get some more reading in. Gunn?
Trying hard to get my hours in.
I'm going to I guess make sure that we are secure here, that we're not, because we're kind of passing, this is probably the most dangerous time for potentially getting ambushed. So I'm gonna search around, make sure there's no giants nearby, and hopefully we can secure our camp a little bit. Maybe try and set up a perimeter with some alerts of some kind. I think I had some
Sure.
stuff in my bag.
Give me a perception check. Just as you kind of scout around the nearby area where you're camping. 35. Okay. You do find definite signs of that giants have been through here, or ogres, or whatever, some form of giantkin. Almost in every direction around this area, you find trees that have been knocked over by things that were definitely not the wind. You find large indents in the mud. There's definitely, giants are definitely around, so it's a good thing to be cautious. But you don't find any immediate signs of giants right on top of you or anything like that.
Okay.
So you're definitely aware that they're in the area, but
The
not
yurt
right here.
does conceal its campfire from the outside.
Correct.
So
I think it's like a
that's
fire
good.
pit inside.
Mm-hmm.
Right, and I think it specifically says that it can't be, that the light can't be seen out the
Out the flap,
windows,
yeah.
out the flap. So, well, we are keeping watch at night still. But those watches should be more focused on outward now instead of inward.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Let's see. Thing. Asher, give me a perception check. That
Find
night
the
while you're.
sea. Wherever it is. There it is. A 26.
26. Okay. So that night, while you're on watch, you've got like second watch. You're mostly just using the time to get a little bit of extra reading in, trying to study this Thessalonian language as best you can. And you notice an unusually large amount of crows that like are resting in a tree nearby. They just like caw a little bit, and when you look up at them, they kind of fly away.
Oh.
But it's just a lot of crows.
Nothing suspicious.
Is
about
it
a bunch of crows.
migrating time for crows?
A murder of crows showing up out of nowhere? Sounds fine to me.
I mean, it's not so unusual to see a murder of crows in like a tree. And this has happened before. They were a little more dead last time. Several
Crows
I
books
feel
ago.
like that would just be
Tree.
more suspicious then.
Weird crows in that
no,
tree.
They look like normal crows. It was just a lot of them.
Like a
Yeah.
crate, like the tree was, the leaves were replaced with crows.
Yeah, like you looked up at the tree and were like, oh, that's just a tree with a bunch of leaves. And you look away and then you look back and you're like, wait a sec. It's fall. That tree has no leaves. They're all crows.
And were they just like chilling out, doing
they're
normal
just chilling.
crow? Well, okay, that's all right, I guess. They like to hang out together
Yeah.
in the middle
It's
of the night.
something spooked them while you were looking at them and they just kind of all fly off together.
Cool. Back to my reading.
All right. Day breaks on. I think this one is still called Sunday. Yeah, of course, that would make sense. Sunday, Neth the 24th. We're in the future. Woo. Same as usual. You guys making 4 Storval stairs?
Aye,
Mm-hmm.
let's do it.
Okay, survival checks, please.
Try and assist. How bad could it be?
Hey.
28.
That's a good assist. Plus
Sure.
1 for Asher.
Sure, sure.
Here I come. A 26.
All right, that's a good success. You guys make good time. Let's see. As you guys are making your way, as you're making your way further and further north, you're leaving the farmlands and passing into more uncharted territory. You are kind of going, you're using the roads when you can, I guess, but you are starting to have to pass through some small forests and things. I guess woods, not they're not on the scale of the troll wood or anything like that. But as you pass into one woods, that seems like it's a pretty secluded place. You immediately start to see signs of giants. The giants have been here. And as you continue, you eventually just kind of stumble across what looks like a rather large giant encampment. No giants actually there, but clearly spaces where tents would have been. You see a massive kind of campfire set up in the center. It's not currently no actual fire currently, like a fire pit. And in the fire pit is a massive is the carcass of a massive aurochs. Is that what they're called? Really big bull-like creature. It's basically like a dire cow, sort of. Dire bull.
Asher, can you tell how long the fire's been out for?
I can try. How do I tell that?
Probably survival, I think.
I bet I can touch it with my hand. A 23.
23. Well, it's not from today. Carcass looks like it's been here maybe a day or two, so possibly just yesterday.
Possibly just yesterday.
So we're close. Not quite caught up to them yet, but... If there are this many, should we even bother going to the stairs? Or should we just try and follow the river a bit closer? Since we're planning to fly up anyway.
Top of the stairs is still probably going to be a very good point to ambush from.
Well, sure, but the point was we would come back to it. If we
Oh,
get...
like...
My
go up
concern
and
is
then
that
around.
if they're waiting at the bottom, and... Can I estimate about how many giants would be in a camp this size?
Good question.
Yeah, let's give me a roll that you think would be appropriate for figuring that out.
It would either be societies or survival.
How about lore warfare?
Oh, yeah, lore warfare would actually be really good here, yeah.
He's got it, so...
I'll go by that. Making a guess. I've only got a 22 on that, though.
22, okay. Given the size of the campsite, the size of the aurochs, you think there were probably about, maybe 10 to 12 to 15, like 10 to 15 giants here. Stone giants, probably.
It's a lot.
Are we prepared to face 15 at once? Especially if
Not
we're
with-
waiting at the bottom of the
Was
stairs.
hard at
Not without
same
some kind
time.
of tricks. If
We
we,
got some tricks, but I don't know if I could keep them occupied enough to make that manageable.
if we get to control the top of the stairs,
Right. So if we bypass the stairs, fly up alongside the cliff instead, then once we get to the top of the stairs, we'll be in a place where we can do something. But again, we still have Gargon to deal with,
right?
and he's released from the agreement once we know where Jorgenfist is.
Which we kind of already do.
True.
And half the reason for bringing him along was just to get him out of the human lands without just straight murdering him.
It's true.
Safely to the stairs.
So why don't we just aim for the cliff? Whatever's the fastest route to get there.
Sure.
Which from here, I mean, I imagine be about the same no matter where we go. But if we kind of aim for one side or the other of the stairs.
Mm-hmm. So that we don't stumble upon them camped at the bottom.
That's my
Or
goal.
at the top.
If they would
if
camp at the bottom.
Yeah.
Well,
Yeah.
they might wait for more stragglers to show up in a day or two, but
Take like a little
As-
loop.
as Gargan said, they're not going to wait long, so we won't have much time to ambush them.
How
if we do.
how much ground could we gain up by hustling or traveling and being?
Once we went through the night and risked fatigue of some sort.
Mhm.
Yeah, I mean,
No
you could
fatigue.
you
No,
could
no,
try to
no.
get another 8 hours of travel and be fatigued the next day.
Mm-mm. I've done that once.
Asher knows how well
So
that
many
goes.
times.
Um,
You eat a good breakfast, a good night's sleep. You gotta do it.
if we risk fatigue, we can get there faster, but we would be very disadvantaged at fighting.
It's quite bad.
I'm worried that they won't stop at the bottom of the stairs at all, and they'll continue to be ahead of us.
I think they're just
Well,
gonna
if they're
go
ahead
all
of
the
us,
way
then
to
it doesn't
your
matter when we
campus.
get there. And if, more importantly, if they keep going, us catching up to them while fatigued is going to be just
Mhm.
as bad, if not worse. So, I think we should just aim for the cliff and get everyone up to the top, and we can then do scouting from there.
All right.
But this is too many, I think, for us to fight at once.
Hmm. In a straight up fight, perhaps.
Yeah. But I don't know how crafty we can get if we don't really know the I'm gonna say layout of the land. The terrain.
Terrain?
There we go. Yeah. So I think doing a small loop, very little like whoop, it's probably a decent plan.
How many phantom steeds do you have?
I can do 2. I have one
One
prepared
today. Damn. So, I think that tomorrow at the beginning of the day, we could potentially release Gargan to his own devices and take 2 phantom steeds and fly the whole day at an increased speed, and then potentially pass them without number 1, we won't encounter them because we'll be up in the air. Number 2, we won't have to climb the stairs. Number 3, we'll be going twice as fast, so we could potentially catch them or reach the stairs before them.
We should. I'll turn and ask Gargan. Do you consider...
Well, Gargan
Gargan
can
feel-
understand common, so if you guys were saying...
Well, and that's why I'm turning to speak to him directly, that...
okay. I assumed
Do you
that he was
consider
like
agreement
standing a
fulfilled?
little bit off.
Yeah. Generally speaking, we wouldn't be making our plans in front of him.
But you
But-
can, I mean, you
right,
can
but
walk
I-
over.
but
You
that's
can
why-
turn and
Mhm.
walk over to him. But yeah.
Right.
So I would go to speak to him and ask him.
Sure.
Since you have shown us on a map where Jorgen Fist is, if we were to release you tomorrow, would you consider that sufficient for our agreement?
He shrugs. You may release me whenever you wish.
And where would you go?
He shrugs. That is no longer any of your concern.
Well, then allow me to suggest that it would be in your best interest not to make for the Storval Stairs without waiting at least another couple of days. Find another way up would be best.
He shrugs at you. Kind of dismissively.
Well, we'd be leaving him, he'd still be a day behind the other ogres, or the other giants. So
Well, so long as he thinks that the agreement is met, I think it's reasonable.
Agreement is met. He signs off on the contract. Everyone's happy.
If we made a deal, we made a deal. I think it's reasonable to keep it.
Mhm.
So, as long as he agrees, and we agree, then we're set. So we'll feed you tonight, Gargan, and tomorrow you're free to go, and we'll be making our way.
Very well, he says, and he continues walking.
I don't really feel like sleeping in giant remains tonight, so we should probably make camp elsewhere.
yeah, we can keep going.
Well, you guys are this was like pretty early in the day that you ran
No,
across this
even
camp.
better. Then definitely, let's keep going.
Time to sleep.
Just seeing a bed makes you tired.
I mean, some days.
The second I sit down, I'm sleeping.
All right, you guys continue your hike northward, and let's see. Yeah, okay. Yeah, you reach a new spot to make camp, and do so. Everybody can do their daily activity. Asher, I presume, is reading again. Gunn is... What would Gunn like to do?
That is a good question.
I can jump to Greshy if Greshy knows what Greshy wants to do.
Greshy wants to know what a giant lullaby would sound like.
That's definitely a request. Give me a diplomacy check.
That was genuine. It was not to be DM mean, but still.
Oh no!
Oh, it's 16. We're gonna let it stand.
I mean, I could let you do a society check as well to see if you know what this sounds like. But if you try to, if you try to ask Gargan about it, he just kind of scoffs at you.
I would like to try and figure out if I recall any sort of giant lullabies.
Oh, I'm so
24.
mad.
24. No, all you can think of are the old dwarven lullabies. A good number of them involve killing giants, so you presume that that's probably
Right.
not a not a great
Bit of a problem.
lead.
No, not going to be good overtures for him. Just thought I'd ask. It seemed... I don't know, I'm just kind of curious as to what it's like growing up as an ogre, or as a giant.
It is rough. Expectations are very high from birth. Everyone has their caste. Their lot is chosen before they are even born. Only some are able to fulfill their chosen destiny. Others, like Mukmurian, make their own.
Have you fulfilled yours?
I was always destined to be warrior caste, and warrior caste I am. This trip has taught me much. I will ruminate on it and become a better slayer of lowlanders in my own time. But don't worry.
I suppose
Once I
so.
come back down to the lowlands, I'll spare you. Greshy.
I appreciate the honor, but I'd rather if you come back to the lowlands that you give me a good fight before you die.
He spits on the ground and... That is why I like you, small one.
I'm starting to like you too, Gargan. A little sad to see you go.
It is as life is.
Sometimes it's good to fight on the side of people you seem to like, rather than against them. But perhaps that's just not meant to be.
That's the problem. If I like both sides, there is no winning. If you want to win,
That's
you'll have
kind
to
of
do
how
it of
life
your
is.
own merits.
Well, we certainly will. Have no worries about that. And you're welcome to join the winning side whenever you like. But you're also welcome to go home and hopefully find a better way to not lie to your family about why you're there.
Gargan will rest and train. Gargan will become even stronger than you could possibly imagine.
I rightly hope so.
Good. Now, if you'll excuse me, I've got a lot of walking to do tomorrow. Good night.
Fair enough.
Gunn?
Yeah, so here's all I can think of. Are there any like smaller tributaries or creeks around? I think we might be able to teach Rock to do some eagle-style fishing.
Yeah, you guys aren't too far from the Lampblack River, and there's a couple of feeder rivers around. So yeah, you're able to go glide over to one, and do some. You try to do some practice nighttime fishing.
Like he can do
Does-
some like looking for fish and diving down to catch them.
Yeah, he can certainly try. Does he have? I guess he has low light vision, and there
Yep.
is a. I don't remember what we said the moon was.
It was full.
It was
Actually,
full
I mean,
a little while ago.
Couple
So
days
it's
ago.
when we
probably
looked
waning.
at it, are we going by the thing we found, or are we going by?
I
what
don't
you
care.
said
I pick a
before?
random moon. Galarian moon is a D10. I don't know. Yeah, it's
How many
still
phases are there?
it's a fast spinning sun. I don't know.
The moon is a very fast sun. That's
These
for
days
sure.
have been mere minutes.
Yeah, the moon is bright enough that there's still easy enough to see on the like small river tributary. Do some practice diving for fish. Trying to teach teach Rock how to hunt on his own a bit. He'd been doing some of this out on the while you guys were riding the Bertha, but he wasn't super good at it. He is not but a few weeks old at this point, so this is giving him some good practical life experience. Okay, and then you return to camp, and as Gargan is making to rest for the night, and Greshy is making his way back inside the yurt, you guys do your watches for the evening and awaken on a new day. That would be Moon Day. Da, 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 da.
A case of the moon days.
Moon Day, Neth the 25th.
Greshy is going to swap out create food for shape stone at 4th level, and we'll pick back up Phantom Steed at 6th.
Does Shapestone, is that the one we used to create the tunnel earlier?
No, I was debating that. It's a 5th level wall of stone. I might do that as well.
Right.
You know what? I will. I'll do one casting of wall of stone at 5th level as well.
So from the point where you guys are now, you can see the Storval rise off in the distance. You can see the massive waterfall that creates the Lampblack River. It's way off in the distance. It's what, still like 20, 30 miles away, 20-ish miles away. But it is on higher ground than you are. So a lot of that is still visible from very afar. The weather today is it's a little bit warmer today than it was the prior couple of days. Still a bit chilly, but maybe like 60 degrees Fahrenheit instead of 50. I'm not going to do a Celsius conversion. Sorry, our one listener in Ireland.
So mean. So terrible.
Hello, Simurg the Persian. Welcome to Pathfinder 2. If you have any questions, feel free to ask. I can try to answer. I can also answer stuff after the show. So, what would you guys like to do today?
To Pathfinder 2.
Yeah, I mean, everyone in the world is new to Pathfinder 2. It's only been out a year and a half. Not even a half. A year and a quarter, maybe.
That's
It came out August, didn't it?
Yes, I think it officially came out in August.
Wow, it's already been that long.
Yeah.
Right. I just do my morning preparations, just getting ready, and
All right.
suppose
What's
I'll say
your-
farewell to Gargo if he hasn't left already?
No, he. By the time you're up, he's already up himself, and is. He's just kind of sitting around outside the yurt. You go to see him. Well, small one, I guess this is farewell.
For now. Pretty sure you're still supposed to come over and kill me sometime.
Perhaps,
least
but it's
try.
hard to find you tinylings. You're not as easy to spot from far away.
Oh, that's fair. Just keep your ear to the ground. You'll hear about it soon enough. It's not like Phelan's ever been quiet. Poof.
Boof, yeah. Gargan stands up. Well, if you won't be needing me for anything, I should best be going.
Do you do handshakes?
He looks at you. He looks at his hand and looks at you. He holds it out kind of awkwardly. His hand is like bigger
attempt
than
to
your
do a handshake.
torso.
I was gonna say, I imagine it's mostly just holding a finger or two.
Yeah, it's like the finger wag. I do not get your strange dwarven customs. But farewell.
That's all right. You
If
take
you
care
see... If you see Connor the Wise, tell her Gargan says hello. I think you would like her. She is odd like you.
now. That I'm sure I would like her indeed.
Matchmaking.
Greshy's love interest.
Yeah, Greshy.
We're gonna call him Greshy the Giant Slayer, and not for the reason you think.
Oh my god.
Oh no. Oh no, no, no. This is how we get Giantkin.
Oh no.
Okay.
No, you'll get a normal sized person out of it.
No.
This is
Slightly
where humans
taller
come
than
from.
average.
Well, next
I'm sure it's
campaign you
canon.
can play the offspring.
It's gonna be a bard.
All right.
What
So
that means.
Gargan, having said his goodbye to Greshy, will leave. He doesn't wait around for Asher or Gunn to show up.
Bye. I don't get out of here.
Later.
I'm reading my book. I'm a nerd. I'm just
Were you asking about my spell list, or
Who? Me?
You were we interrupted with the Gargan thing. I thought you might be asking about my spell list, but
Oh no, I did not. I think
Okay.
you already stated your spell list. I was gonna ask what you guys want to do.
oh, okay.
Where y'all going? You are within
Through the wall.
reach of the stairs themselves. You could choose to go towards them. You could choose to go around them entirely. You could hang out. It's up to you guys.
I feel like going a bit around to get to there.
Mhm.
I've prepared
So
castings
trying
so
to
that
go around the southeastern side of the
I
stairs.
kind of swirling around the south side of the stair itself. I've prepared castings of horses, so Phelan and I will shrink down to being pocket-sized. Asher and I can ride on horses ourselves, pretty fast
Fast are
horses.
the horses?
80
They're
feet,
80? Okay.
and they fly. They ignore basically all terrain issues.
So I was like, if you want it, I can go 60 myself. Just by. But if you had wanted to save a spell slot, but if everyone else can go pretty fast.
Well, that's it. We would all be going at least 80 feet. I don't recall how
Yeah, how fast
Fast,
is
Yeah.
rock right
how
now.
fast is Rock?
If you know what we should have thought of earlier, if Asher can maintain pest form 100% of the time, then Asher doesn't need a horse. We can carry him just like we carry Puppy Phelan.
It's only an hour, unfortunately.
But you can meditate during that hour, right?
Oh,
don't
was I
think that's how it
allowed to
works.
meditate during my hour? I
Um,
think that there's a reason that there's
No,
perfect form control.
Yeah,
I never get it, unfortunately. Which is sad.
Yeah, I think he. Yeah, I would not consider if he was riding with one of you guys that to be
Okay.
sufficiently relaxing.
Okay.
So we have to
In
take a
animal
break.
form. You
At
take a
some point
10-minute
for
break
him to
every
do it.
hour,
Yeah.
But we could
and
still
you have to
travel
be
80.
you have to be stopwatching it,
Mm.
because otherwise you don't know.
Well,
Does anybody
slowly
have
Asher would
a,
grow-
Here I am.
break out of Greshy's pocket and then start falling?
Yeah,
Which I actually do have Featherfall prepared, but
Greshy, your pocket.
I've only got it once per day, so we can only screw up once.
I would just sit on your shoulder as a bird and then go like, bah! One time.
yeah. I would say that you're probably not confident enough in your internal clock's understanding of spell lengths to be able to time that.
I mean, I
effectively.
read the map backwards, so I could tell you the hour. I'm very confident. Right on the dot. I mean, I'll just turn back and that'll be an hour.
Anyway, since we didn't think of that and work out all the details yet, I don't know if we need to go out of our way like that. I figured if we just went high enough up that we could go straight there and fly over them and see what we can see. But that is
I mean, if we
Yeah,
can all
if you-
fly, we can all go.
The
But then
only
what if they
concern-
spot all of us somehow?
I was going to say that would be the only concern I have, and pretty sure that these are not going to look like normal flying
yeah, that's probably
creatures.
true. How
They're going to be glowy green.
how
green
high
creatures.
up would we have to be unseen? Probably pretty damn high.
Well, how high can you see
Aye.
a bird?
Yeah, I mean, if you're
I mean,
going
they may
high
not be
enough
able to tell
that
what
you
we are,
can't be
but-
seen, then obviously you can't see anything down there either. So that
Although
high.
they're giants.
And then they're
so-
also like high up, so we'd be like going up and they could see us
Yeah.
from a distance. I think it would just be.
All right. Well, let's do the slightly longer way around.
Just to be on the safe side.
Hmm.
So once Greshy's done preparing, he'll spend 20 minutes total to cast 2 castings of Phantom Steed. And as the first one finishes, one materializes in flashing green light that slowly becomes a very fey-looking horse that still faintly glows green with
What's the
natural
name?
energy.
A kelpie. It looks. I'm imagining.
Oh,
a kelpie.
I was like, what's a fey horse?
It's a green kelpie.
I like kelpie.
Apparently there's an actual breed of dog called a kelpie. I'm thinking of the
right,
like,
but it's. I mean, if you think of like a water kelpie,
seaweed
but-
horse, but with moss or something instead.
mhm.
Oh, it's like Phelan horse.
Yeah, it's a Phelan horse, basically.
Yes. In fact, that's exactly what it looks like. It's kind of a Phelan horse. It is fully a horse, but it's got a lot of seaweed, and its mane, for example, is more of a seaweed mossy sort of situation rather than a full mane of hair.
Yeah, and it's like a little bit spectral. There's like wisps of little pixie dust kind of glittering off of it. And it's got these like really intense glowing blue eyes that are maybe a little bit unnerving, but also fairly beautiful to behold. And the whole thing is just like slightly translucent.
Mhm.
Okay.
And so
But,
we'll create 2 of those, and one will be for Asher and one will be for Greshy.
Okay.
Horse.
And you just go riding off, leaving Phelan.
Phelan!
No, I'm going to shrink Phelan down. He will
Alright.
be puppy size, and he can hang out in my pocket.
Okay. Yeah, you run your hand
Phelan
along the
pocket just for
collar.
that.
Phelan shrinks to puppy size, and you hold out your hand, and he runs up your shoulder and into your little pouch.
The 2 of you are now faster than Rock and I.
What's
Are you
run
only
speed?
60 feet?
60.
60. Okay. Right.
That's fine, that
while
still
you guys
puts
were
us
talking,
pretty
I was
That still
supposed to
gets
find
us,
their travel speed.
48 miles
That
per day instead of
sounds
28.
right.
Something like that, which is, I mean, more than enough. Admittedly, we're going to be going up, which will technically slow us down a bit, since ascending is half speed.
Here we go.
But we're
yeah,
not
so
ascending.
60 is your speed.
Well, we
so
will be
yeah,
able to
48
get over the
is
wall.
correct.
We're not ascending like more than a mile. We're not even ascending. We probably ascend
Oh.
a half a mile.
Oh, true. I'm just saying.
Yeah.
Ascension
Once you're up there, you
does
don't have to keep
technically-
ascending.
Right.
No, we're just going straight to the heavens.
Farewell, my people
Just
need
going
me.
all the way up. T-posing all the way up. Oh,
Okay,
Hey,
so Kennedy's here. Hello, Kennedy.
He came in and wanted to sit.
He's visiting. That's your phantom steed.
Yay, Kennedy, little short legs.
It's
He only
amazing
goes
how fast those
70
legs go
miles
fast.
per hour. He's
Yeah,
a
maybe
little
Asher's
worse.
phantom steed is like a little stumpier.
Like Blitz.
it's like a pony.
Ooh.
All right, so you jump on your magical My Little Ponies and go flying off. What are their cutie marks? Each one needs a cutie mark and a name.
Dirty water.
Yeah, Asher's just
Gross
a picture
water
of
the
a bottle.
horse.
Just a bottle on the side.
Stinky water.
All right, so you guys fly up and assume you're all trying to keep pace with
Mm-hmm.
with
We'll
Gunn.
slow down to make sure that
Um,
Gunn's keeping up with us with no problem.
Okay. Give me a survival check, I guess. To figure out where you're going.
All right, let me assist here.
And you guys are trying to
Yeah.
go basically just slightly to the southeast of
Mm-hmm.
the Storval
I got a
Stairs.
22.
22
25.
is a success, just barely. Okay. And 25 is a normal success. Okay. So you guys make your way. 24 miles is like half the day. Yeah.
Mhm.
Mm-hmm.
Basically exactly half the day. So by noon, a little bit after noon, you how do I describe it? So yeah, how many miles out are you trying to go from the? Are you actually trying to go like 5 miles away from the stairs? Or are you trying to fly really?
No,
We're trying to stay out of reasonable sight, but
like
we
1
want-
mile is probably enough
Mhm.
off course.
So not super far, of course, just kind of
Okay.
going around the stairs, so we're not super visible, but we'd like to circle around and then kind of do a bit of scouting once we get up
And
there.
we'll be fairly high up. Like the top of the cliffs is 1,000 feet. We probably need to fly up to 2,000 feet.
Okay. Give me stealth checks, all three of you, I guess. If you're, does the Phantom Steed itself have a?
I do not believe it does have that kind of stat. I'll double check.
Okay. Then I'll take Rock's stealth check, and then Asher and Greshy then.
Yeah, Rocks is a bit better than Guns.
I got a 30 for my
Oh, wow.
stealth. Sneaking.
23 for Rock.
Yeah, it doesn't have any special
Okay.
stealth. 26 for Greshy.
26 for Greshy. All right.
I guess we could check for horses, technically.
No, I would just basically, if I assumed that Rock is better at this than Gunn is, but for you guys, you're kind of controlling the horse fully. What am I doing? Oh, right, I'm looking at their stats. Cool. What's the lowest? 23. And you guys are pretty high up. Okay. So you guys fly, you try to make your way around roughly a mile south of where you think the Storval Stairs are. And you can actually see the Storval Stairs off in the distance. They're pretty massive. They are, the whole Storval rise is this really brownish orange, like almost clay kind of color.
How long are the stairs? Are they actually like a couple of miles from end to end, or are they pretty steep?
No, they're pretty steep. I can tell you the exact, or the rough. They're not super steep.
Okay.
Let's see. This is the lowest part of the stairs. They run about 500 feet in length. If they were flat. So it's
Okay.
like it's a like a 45-degree incline probably, with a bunch of landings along the way. It's carved directly into the cliffside, so it keeps it goes
see.
through the cliffside up to the Storval Plateau itself. And this is also the lowest part of the rise as well, so it's not doesn't have to go up as high.
Yeah, so I'm asking that, like, to get an accurate picture, and also because it could be strategically important.
Yep.
Are there cliff sides on the side, and it's like going in a canyon, or is it
Yes.
like walking up the cliff face?
It is just cutting right through the cliff face. Somebody has basically carved a tunnel through the cliff face,
Okay.
but the stairs just kind of
But angled up.
the stairs are open air, but yeah, they just cut right through.
Okay, so there's a spot at the top of the cliff that's way above the stairs
Yes.
where you could like drop shit down on people who are climbing.
Yes, you could.
Okay, that's what I wanted to know.
And I'm sorry, about how wide did you say the stairs were on average?
How wide the stairs are? The stairs are give me a perception check. So you're looking at this from like a mile away.
It's only 1,000 feet. That's not a mile. 32.
No, a mile
30%.
away and 1,000 feet up.
Oh, that's fair.
Yeah, you're both in the sky and looking at something from
That's
super
true.
far. You can't. 32. Let me consult my level table. With some penalties. Yeah, I don't think you would be able to tell how it's somewhere between. Your guess is like between like 20 to 100 feet wide.
That's fine.
And
That
maybe
actually tells me what I need to know.
Okay.
It's large enough that giants should be able to get up unimpeded for the most part.
Yeah.
And more importantly, breaking a piece of the stair is probably not going to be enough to do. Basically, I can't just do one spell to break a piece of the stairs within reason,
Yeah, probably not.
which is what I need to know.
So yeah, the stairs themselves, you can see they do have. There's like kind of just a flat lowland right at the edge of the cliff face, and the stairs come, like 100 feet out into that lowland, and they are flanked by two massive statues. You can't see exactly what these statues are of. They look humanoid in shape. And you do see, with Greshy's perception, you can see one creature sitting alongside. He's sitting up on the canyon side, on the cliff edge, up where Gunn was suggesting that one could be. There's some kind of very large creature up there, sitting near like
I
a
think they have a lookout.
pile of stones or like some kind of mound of stonework.
Well, definitely glad we didn't take the stairs. I think they would have been prepared for that. Do we want to go down and say hi?
Just one.
Seems like it.
I can only see one.
Go push him over.
You can see that there's some kind of, the way the stairs look, it looks like there's roughly a quarter of the stairs. Then there's like some kind of strange boxy shaped buildings. So you can't see part of like a landing, and then beyond the stairs continue further into the cliff face. And the cliff face is, or the cliff edge is just above the buildings, and that's where this figure is standing or sitting.
Let's approach
I
from
can
the
kind of
top
roughly draw it if you want, but
of the stairs, long ways, so that we can see if there's anybody on the stairs.
can I do?
If we
something
have-
like this? Something like this. This rectangle in the middle is like the building. This horizontal line is is like where the sheer cliff face is, and this rectangle is like the stair. So the stairs kind of go up to this building, and then through the building in through the cliffside.
Okay.
And the giant
So-
is up here or presumably some kind of giant. You don't know what. A dot. A very large dot.
So I propose on that diagram we approach like this.
To come around from the north side.
From the top, from the top of the stairs. That way we can see if there's anything coming up the stairs, and we'll have the high ground regardless. And if there isn't, we can attack the lookout.
You guys are like shouting to each other in the wind.
Mhm.
Well, he's got message.
Oh, that's true.
I mean, I can't talk to Asher very well that way, but
Hello. What did you say? What?
I'll relay
What is it,
messages.
Greshy?
We really need to learn sign language
Well, you'd have to still see that whilst you're flying.
as I've been planning since level 1.
well, sounds fine to me if we fly in from the north. Well, from the cliff side or the top side. So we're going straight towards the stairs. Sure, let's try that. Do you have a
See
good
what we
plan on
can
how to kill
see.
the giant before it sets off any sort of alarm, if there's an alarm for it to set off?
Mainly just catching him by surprise was the
So we probably shouldn't play
Trying to
Sleeping
pin him down.
Valkyries as we fly down.
Correct.
Okay. Greshy
This is
slowly
our-
puts his boombox away.
This is probably our best chance to rescue the villagers without having to raid an entire city of giants.
Were we not going to do that anyway?
Probably not the whole city.
See?
Probably just one particular place in the city.
What city?
Yeah. I don't
Well,
know.
the fortress.
Okay.
Mhm.
I thought it was just a
Like-
fort we were going to go in.
It's a very large fortress with a lot of giants there, so especially if we know if we can figure out what they're doing with these captured townsfolk. All right, well, let's do it then. Enough jibber jabber.
What if there are a lot down there?
Then we
may
can
wanna
peel
pull
off.
back.
Okay.
Better
Let's
part
do
of
it.
valor.
All right.
Right,
Let's-
so yeah, we
Well,
line up for the approach and start our bombing run.
one moment then while I find Phantom Steeds.
Yeah.
How long does Phantom Steed last? I assume it's like 8 hours.
8
or something.
hours.
Okay.
So plenty of where it's not going to fade while we're in battle, though it can take damage and can be dispelled that way.
I just got rid of your stupid horses. Now I have to find new horses.
And magic ones at that.
Here, I'll just use. Fuck, why'd that token go away?
So, our horses, by the way, have 20 AC and 10 hit points, and automatically fail all saves. And if it's reduced to 0 hit points, it disappears when the spell ends.
Hi.
That
So,
does not sound good. So,
well, I don't get the horse hit.
mhm.
Don't rely on it for, combat, really. This is a sneak attack, but I would honestly suggest we kind of fly in quickly at ground level.
Yes.
I can save one of us if we drop out of the air suddenly. But only one of us. Besides, I have to get Phelan on the ground so I can get him in
Okay.
there too.
Then we'll go in first and draw their fire, if need be, if possible. But we're also not announcing our presence here. We're hoping to.
I'm kind of hoping that we can just take it quick and take.
We're hoping to see that there's nothing on the stairs, and then get to the lookout.
Just swoop and push the lookout over.
Okay.
He's just sitting there.
I mean, if it makes you feel better, Jason, I don't expect we're going to be using Phantom Steed all the time.
Oh no, that's fine.
They're quite fragile.
I'll just kill you guys today so that you don't have to worry about ever doing that ever again.
Well, that's when I'm going to come up with a different caster who always casts Phantom Steed.
Okay, so you guys
And I'll make
decide
it look
to
like a different animal every day.
you guys decide to fly in from the north with your two Phantom Steeds and Gunn riding Rock. What formation do you guys want to be in?
Greshy's going to be a bit back behind.
Yeah, put me
Um,
like 50 or 100 feet out in front.
The
go-
map is not that big, so give me something smaller than 50 to 100 feet.
Like 30, maybe?
Okay,
Can we do 30 feet?
sure.
30 is probably enough.
I just don't
And
want
you
to be
guys are
so-
just flying straight down along the.
I mean, you have 80 in a move action, so
I do, but also my feather fall's only got a certain limit of casting range. So in case if I assumed Asher would be keeping up with you, so if Asher was being 100
I'll
feet
be
away,
a
might
bit
be a problem.
Behind. I'll be in the middle somewhere.
it's you two I'm more worried about for that because
Mhm.
of the fragility of those horses.
They're great for movement.
I just won't get hit.
So
I'll be
you
too
two should
far.
stay.
Yeah, just don't
Close
get hit
together.
forehead.
Yeah, easy.
Okay, so Greshy and Asher. Yeah, describe
Maybe
your
further
formation
back.
again for me.
Asher's going to be kind of in the middle. Greshy will be a little bit further back. It sounds like Gunn's going to be leading.
So you're
the
flying in a
vanguard.
line.
Yeah, more or less.
Hope there's no dragon.
Okay.
I mean, if there's a dragon, we're screwed in so many ways.
Well, okay. I guess if you guys are doing it like that, sure. Gunn will be on map. Greshy and Asher will have to use a move action to get on map. Okay.
That's fine.
In that case, I need a stealth check then from all three of you,
Sure.
as you guys are trying to approach without alerting this
33.
giant in any way.
Ooh, 21.
Greshy, you're just yelling into the wind.
Let me see what I got there.
26,
Still
a
not-
21,
still
and
not
a
great.
33.
26.
Well, that was Rock's roll. Were you rolling for Rock or were you rolling for yourself?
he's
Rock is
the
who
one
I
flying us.
would suggest. Yeah.
Okay.
That's
fine.
Okay. All right. So you guys are flying forward, down the stairs from the southern side. I guess I'll do this. Battle. Does that work? Is it loading?
It's a very black screen.
Oh, of course. I have
Obviously not on
to
it.
move there myself. Oh, shoot. And fuck, because I'm in... I'm in GM mode still. Don't look for a sec.
I'm not looking.
Oh, this is gonna be so awkward. It is 10:20. Maybe this is where we end it. All right. We'll roll initiative. No.
Do we just want to use our stealth for initiative?
Let's do a little bit. Like,
Well, it's
See
more
how
of a
it-
concern of
it's-
having the
let's see how
GM.
it gets started.
Here. Just give me a sec, real quick, then. Let me do that view. I just have to log out and log back in. We'll lose our health bars from the overlay, but
health.
that is fine. Goodbye, health bars. Okay, hopefully that will work. Would it like to move? Come on. Come on, there we go. Okay, Gunn.
A lot of boulders.
So you're flying south along the Sorrel Stairs. You can see this large, tan, fat, giantoid is currently sitting at the cliffside with a whole stack of boulders nearby. Asher and Greshy are just behind you, flying in. And let's roll some initiative then. We can at least get this started. Here, I'll put everyone else's tokens on the map so we can get initiative.
Should I roll
But,
my initiative or Rock's initiative? Since he's the one?
you can roll Rock's stealth as initiative, sure.
Ooh.
But Asher and
Oops, I have to switch the. Yeah. Well, I forgot to do it as an initiative roll. But
that's fine. I can just add you. Wait, maybe I can.
and it's still, and it's yet another man.
I will add.
I mean, you
your
have a
turns
hero
to the
point,
list.
technically.
Yeah. I've made 4 stealth checks, and they've all been. The highest was a 6 on the dice.
So it's got to get better, right?
So what was Gunn's? So Rock rolled the initiative this time, so that was a 26.
23. No, 23.
23.
Well, are we re-rolling or are we just taking the original stealth rolls?
Oh, sorry, that was the... Oh, okay. No, we're re-rolling.
Okay.
This is your actual initiative, so Greshy and Asher, I need you to both roll.
Okay.
Unless you already...
Stealth or perception?
Stealth.
Okay.
Can't really select myself at that time. Greshy got a 32 on his initiative.
2. That's a 28. Okay.
Uh-oh.
You guys are hidden currently, but you'll be
Yes.
unhidden in a moment. What's perception?
I should have turned invisible. Oh well. It would only be for me.
I was
but-
going to say that doesn't really affect rock. It would just be a bird flying in.
Might be
Okay.
slightly less. I don't know. Worrying to him.
Okay, so as the three of you are gliding down the stairs to the south towards this giant, the giant turns and looks and sees all three of you, and starts to make a move. Greshy, you are up since you are the first to react here.
All right. I'm not sure exactly how far I am off the map, but I would move.
You can get
Within-
onto the map with one movement.
Okay, so one movement will get me onto the map.
Yep.
Then we'll take that
There you
movement. Hey, look, there I am. And I can cast from there.
You're about 115 feet from this giant who is currently... So the stairs are obviously stairs going down. The giant is up above the stairs, if that makes sense.
It does.
He's like looking down over them, over the cliffside.
Sorry, I'm just checking a couple things real quick here. Nope. 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 I really only have one spell that can quite reach this one. So we're going to charge up some fire in our hands and send it flying toward the giant and have it explode in a massive fireball. He needs to make a DC 30 reflex save.
Okay, reflex save incoming for this
What are those rolls?
giant. This is not a stone giant, by the way. It's clearly something else. You've seen some giants like this before. I
Mhm.
don't remember if you actually successfully identified them or not. Or is reflex
don't
save?
think
Reflex
so.
save, there it is. That is a 25 on his save.
That is a failure.
That is a
So
failure.
27 fire damage.
Okay. Massive explosion. The giant is rocked by flames, but is in the process of getting up. Asher, you don't have anything that lets you win ties on initiative, right? You didn't take any special
No.
feats for that?
Nope.
Okay. All right. The giant's turn. It stands up, and second action is going to grab this horn around its neck, and you all hear the loud blare of a horn, and then it will, with its third action, turn and grab one of these boulders and hurl it up through the air at. I guess it's a crapshoot between which one. Greshy it is.
Alright.
So this would be, I guess, your steed.
Okay. Needs to hit
Where's
an AC 20.
AC 20.
Mhm.
All right.
Mhm.
That is a 33.
Then it's gone, unless it deals less than 5 damage.
No, it deals. That is 41 points of bludgeoning damage to the Phantom Steed.
The horse is gone.
All right.
My horse.
How high up did we say? I mean, we were trying to go in low, but I didn't know if we decided how high up.
I'm gonna say. You said low, like ground level low, which would have been. I should have asked you beforehand.
We should.
I
have
would have
done
been. I would have been aiming to be about 20 to 30 feet off the ground at the time we hit the top of the stairs,
Okay.
and we would have been coming in at an angle.
I'm gonna just roll a
That-
d100 and see.
Okay.
For Greshy specifically.
Mm.
Okay, you take 16 points of damage.
Does that mean he fell 32 feet?
Yeah.
Sure.
Okay.
It was about 30 feet up. He was around the same height as you. So 16 point for Greshy, that's fine.
Okay, yeah, you fall and just land prone on the steps.
Gosh.
Oh.
Yeah, assuming you did not use Featherfall.
Not
you-
at that height, no.
Okay, yeah, you just a loud as you crunch onto the ground. That is that giant's turn. Asher, your turn. You can use one movement to get onto the field if you wish.
So I can't shoot from where I am.
You can.
I have
You can
to
shoot
get
from
the
where you
field.
are.
Okay. That's what I want. I'm just looking at something real quick.
I guess you can't technically see on your screen. Possibly.
But I can shoot up to 200 feet.
Yeah,
Which is why I
you've-
asked.
If I do from gun, yeah, you've got enough range to hit him from
Okay.
back where you are.
Here we go. Let me remember what I was doing. Let me find my weapon. There's my weapon. Alright, I'm gonna do an eldritch shot with my bow. I'm gonna use all of my fate points on this shot.
All right, burning that 9.
Alright.
If I can,
what?
I can make a point here that you may want to keep in mind,
Mhm.
to stay flying, you have to make a movement.
I guess I'm gonna drop.
Okay, as long as you're aware of that.
That's okay. I can drop up to 25 feet without taking damage.
Yeah, but your
I have-
horse
What will my horse do?
take the damage and
The horse just goes.
disappear. So, I mean, as long as you're okay with that.
Greshy's on the ground.
Okay,
I'll go. I gotta help Greshy.
it's
All
fine.
right.
Just making sure you're aware. Go for it.
Well, thank you. All right. Well, I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna burn those. Let's see. Did I click it? Oh, the volley.
Freaking volley.
Okay.
Pretty sure
Where
we're
is it?
fine.
I'm gonna use my hero point to reroll this.
Okay, go ahead.
I'm fishing for something.
Oh yeah, sure.
Please don't be a one. Oh, volley.
Well-
All right, fingers crossed, everyone.
You had the +9 on that, so it would have been a.
Well, I think Charlotte's fishing for
Yeah, for the crit.
29
And-
plus
Yeah.
a 9 is a 38. Versus the hill giant, that will crit.
Okay, and it's a crit with hydraulic push.
Thank you, Charlotte. Thank you. I thought about it.
I really wanted to do this. I needed this today. Okay. Crit success. Target takes 66 bludgeoning damage. It's knocked back 10 feet. Hopefully 10 is enough. Is 10 enough to knock it over?
Potentially, let's see.
Okay.
From where you are, yeah, 10 is enough. But go ahead and
You want
roll
me
the
to
damage.
roll?
Yeah,
Yeah.
roll the
Okay.
damage. This
So
might
let
matter.
me see. Deals 2d12 plus 2. So I'll just roll this first. This is hydraulic pushes, which is 26. Now I do my other one.
Okay, 26 points of bludgeoning damage from hydraulic push. Plus your
Does
critical
that
damage.
doesn't double with crit, does it?
What
Oh.
What level were you casting that at?
It's third.
3rd level, so it'd be 3, 6, 46, 5d6. Oh, why?
Oh,
if
I
you're
don't know
casting at
why I
3rd,
did
it'd
a-
be 5d6, and it actually doubled to 10d6 if you crit.
Okay,
Mm.
let me redo that then. I read it wrong.
So just
That's
to double
not
check,
how I
so
read it.
if you're casting it, if you're casting it 1st level, the target takes 3d6 bludgeoning damage on a
Yeah.
success. It takes 66 bludgeoning damage on a crit.
Yeah, I think it
Because
is supposed to double. Though the wording's maybe a little
Alright.
bit weird, but yeah.
And actually, if I'm reading this correctly, maybe even more than that, because every
become
heightening
7.
increases it by 2d6.
So it
Yeah,
should be
3d6,
14d6
5d6,
total.
70. Yeah,
Okay.
14d6.
Yeah,
let's
7d6
try
is the
this.
base, so 14d6 is the total.
I think this
So you need
does
to roll
it.
10 more d6. Oh, that works.
Okay,
too.
we'll
So I
just take the
just,
new
yeah,
one.
because I
We'll take
did
the new one there.
D12s for some reason. I don't know why I did that.
Oh, you
so I
did?
just-
Okay.
Oh,
All right.
Yeah,
that's
so it's,
Cool.
it's this.
In that case, 61 points of bludgeoning damage.
That's hydraulic push.
Okay, and then roll
By
your
itself.
actual attack damage.
Okay. And it
Damn.
also does. He's on fire
Wow.
and stuff. Does this? He's not hunted prey, so I'm not gonna roll that.
That was an awful
Four.
roll. You can do
It's a terrible roll.
How come it-
Eight,
oh god.
Another
That's
8.
20, so
3d8.
36 piercing frost and flame damage.
A 4 on
plus,
3d8 plus 1.
So this
technically
shot-
2d10.
Asher pulls back the bow, the arrow like lights up, it releases. It's a torrent of water, fire, ice, all swirling together. Slams into this giant, sends it flying off the cliff edge. Causes a big cavity in his chest. He's not dead yet, but he needs to make his reflex save, so he gets knocked
there's
off the
still
ledge.
2d10.
He is on
There's
fire.
also the deadly 2d10.
He is on fire, yes. Oh, there's
yeah,
a deadly
the
2d10.
deadly.
Okay,
Oh,
go ahead and roll the
no.
deadlies.
There's a
But he
deadly
does get to do a
2d10.
reflex save. If you get pushed off a ledge, you get to reflex save to see if you grab it.
16.
And unfortunately, he fails his reflex save with a natural 2 on his die. But he'll
Probably
take an
wasn't
extra
expecting that,
16. He goes tumbling.
He's on fire.
Oh, you haven't rolled the fire or frost damage.
He
Oh no,
may
you did.
be
Sorry.
frosty.
He did. He is frosty. Everything. Okay. How far was that fall? That's like 200 feet. He's dead. He splats.
It's only 100 extra damage. I mean, whatever. The decanter
He
would
hits
have been my
the-
play had I gotten close enough, but
Oh boy.
so much better. So much better.
Sorry, I couldn't even
right.
see me do that, but he
There he
fell
goes.
all the way down, tumbling the whole way, hitting his head on these weird rocky monuments.
I'm so
Uh,
mad that I didn't win ties.
The giant is splattered across
yeah.
the floor.
Wow.
Gunn. What would you
Um,
like to do?
I was planning to charge at him and try and grab that horn away, but on my way down there, an arrow flies past and I'll look back over my shoulder like wide-eyed.
I guess my horse. Do I like fall to the ground now? that
Oh
my
shit!
horse was-
Right, yeah. Your horse goes falling downward. I guess
My
it can
horse.
make a reaction.
It
well,
should be able to make a reaction to arrest its fall, but it automatically fails all saves. So
Oh, it does. Okay, so
it does.
it
It's worth the
collides
chance.
with the ground,
My horse.
and just kind of dissipates
Its
as
hooves break.
Asher, you only end up just falling prone on the ground. So you're on the ground prone. Or actually,
After
you give
that
me a
shot, I'm
reflex
just
save.
there.
No, Asher, give me a reflex
hope
save
I
to see how.
Where is my?
Give me that
reflex save?
3-point landing.
Come on. 31.
31, you're fine. You kind of just do like the horse
Ah,
dissipates beneath you, and you do just like a small tumble and pop up with your bow in hand. So Gunn, you go flying southward towards the cliff edge. You can't quite see it here, but there is there's a big building here right in front of you. I guess I could. You can kind of see through it now that you're closer.
I'm gonna hop off here.
Okay. So you hop
And-
off where the ogre was.
Look. Yeah, more like
Or, sorry, wherever you want to be there.
right here-ish. Well, I'm gonna look over the cliff, and then I'm gonna kind of run over to this side and look over the stairs.
Okay, as
So-
you look over the stairs, you can see inside this building, there's clearly a bunch of rocks collected within, and a handful of ogres, or not ogres, sorry. I'm messing up all the giant names. A handful of these same kind of giants are scrambling around, getting to their feet, alert now that something's going on.
Okay, let me see how long it takes to become invisible.
I
I think it's 2 actions.
for you.
I think it's 2 actions, yeah.
But I need to confirm that real quick. It might just be 1.
With what ability are you using? The cloak?
With the interact action on the cloak, yeah.
Cloak of Elven Kind is 2 actions to
It's
activate.
2. Yep, it's 2. Alright, so do I have 2 left? No, I don't, because I flew with rock.
Yeah,
and
you flew with
dismounted
rock,
and
you
then
hopped,
moved.
you dismounted, and yeah, now you have just 1 more action.
I'm gonna step back away from the wall and try and hide behind it a little bit,
Okay.
and gesture to everyone else.
There's no wall up at the cliff top.
All right, well,
but you
I'm gonna
can
step back
hide behind the ledge, yeah.
behind the cliff so that they can't be seen from down there as much.
Okay.
And I'm
yeah,
gonna
you,
gesture back that there's more inside.
All right. I
That's
think
all I've got
neither
for
of your
now.
allies can really see you because Greshy is on the floor. You like look back to your allies. Greshy is face planted on the floor. Asher is, I don't know, posing with his bow after having successfully landed. But the top of the round, and I think we got to stop here for tonight.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
It is
It's okay, I have a
10:40.
completely black map and can't see anything. So...
Oh, that's because you.
Well, that's
are
because you're still off
currently-
the map.
You're still
Oh,
off
I'm
the
off the map.
You have-
Okay.
yeah. If I
I
move you
thought there would
on,
be
you
a
could
problem.
see.
There I am. Okay.
Yeah.
Never mind. It would have been fine.
But yeah, you're still off map currently. But yeah,
Eh.
sorry about that. We have run a little bit long, and I don't want to get too deep in this fight just yet.
No,
So
good idea.
all right, well, that went pretty okay so far. Let's see how the rest of it goes. What will happen next time on Third Action? Will Asher knock more hill giants to their deaths?
Probably not.
Who
I
can
only
say?
had 1 use.
Oh, okay. Well, spoilers. The
Level
answer is no.
3.
Uh,
Haha.
yeah,
well,
that'll
we have other
do it.
hydraulic push methods.
That's
So.
true.
Oh, that's true.
Quick,
That's
give
true.
me your,
You do
give me
have
your
more
bottle.
ways
give
to
me
do
your
it.
decanter.
So that'll do it for today's episode of Third Action. Thanks for joining us. Thanks for hanging out. You can find us. All our past episodes are on YouTube at youtube.com/thirdaction. We're also on all the podcast feeds. You can follow us on Twitch to figure out when we go live, or you can follow us on Twitter to see our updates that I do literally right before we go live. Yeah, that's all I got. Good night, everybody. Farewell.